Awaken, puppets of Geppetto, and welcome fans, new and loyal, to the next installment of your Liza P plus DLC Overture, easy to follow, Platinum Guide. We've made it back outside the Opera House in New Game, plus ready for a quick blitz through. What I'm going to do, since I'm going to be resting at this Stargazer, I'm going to use pulse cells to charge up the FABLE meter. And you see a couple of times there, the Nameless One's amulet kicked in, so it didn't use a pulse cell, even better. At the Stargazer, switch the grindstone. I'm going to use electric blitz for the run through, and then we'll swap back for the boss. Put back my sawtooths. And what liner do I have? I have slash, so I'm going to change that to strike. So the spaced armor liner. And onward we go. We don't need to do the right side. So we're just going to go straight to the left. Well, basically we just need to get to the boss room. Oh, I did not know that that upgrade also stopped the rope from working. And at this distance, you're normal, sir. That's a nice and easy way of making it so that we only have to deal with one-on-one. Wait, there you go. Oi. There's it. Into the corridor. Sawtooth to make her go even faster. And as soon as the other puppets start doing anything, you're going to put the grindstone on. Although, for some reason, they didn't drop. Fair enough. So I apologise if you had to use a grindstone there, because they normally drop once you engage to the soprano puppet. Not sure what happened there, but that's a grindstone use. There's nothing else other than, yep, we've got the big elite. I'm going to start off with an enhanced rope. Oh, really, game? That's better. Yeah, enhanced rope, charge, charge, fatal, enhanced rope. Across the hall, up for a crescent moonstone, and here we are, shortcut door. That's all we need to do of this area before the boss, but we are going... Oh, apologies, had a weird hiccup. We are going to rest at the Stargazer to switch for boss setup. Right, switch to the Aegis. Switch the grindstone back to perfection. You are going to equip the cube, and optionally you can put on the electric blitz abrasive. However, I'm going to save those for later on. Oh, whoops. Okay, well that's one less pulse cell I have. That was silly. Grab the ergo, summon the spectre. And remember, this time we can see the dialogue from the boss. Don't use the grindstone until phase 2. So phase 1, focus on your spectre's health, hit and run tactics, and Aegis where needed. Phase 2, you're going to use your grindstone once, probably at the beginning of the fight, and then when he puts the flame on to do his big combo, you're then going to use the second grindstone for that. Okay. But I was wondering when you'd show up. You sure kept me waiting. Uh-oh. One of these! Spinneroonie! You're wrong, listen up. Heal. There we go, this will be an easy finish.
I have to kill you to stop it all. There's no other way.
Let me put my grindstone on. Come on, Romeo.
It's all going up in flames.
And if you look now, the name of the boss is actually Romeo, King of Puppets, not just King of Puppets. Get the charge in, and then get behind for a fatal. Save the next grindstone. Put a cube on here. Heal the Spectre, heal myself. Hey Romeo, have a shot at it. Whoops. Oh, that's a wasted down. But thankfully, that's why we have the increased stagger window. And there we go.
Feels like. Thank you, Carlo.
This only gets sadder when you know Romeo's background from the DLC.
Incredible! You defeated the king! I gotta think the puppets will have changed too,
But
right?
yeah, I find this fight much easier in New Game Plus
So
because
we'll
we
need
have
to
all
find
the
out.
tools at our
Let's go backstage.
disposal. Right, repair the Stargazer. rest and head back to the hotel. Okay, firstly we're going to refill Fable. Talk to Eugenie.
You know that stone? Wow. You're not the only my look. My family. But that's, I suppose.
Talk to Vanini.
I feel. I always.
Get the notes on the desk for Polendina and meet Polendina outside. And same as last time, you are going to timed decision. You are going to show the ring. That sounds so wrong out of context.
Welcome, good. I had no. Thus can a puppet.
Show the wedding ring.
I feel.
Okay, the Ergo is whispering. Talk to Sophia.
Antonia's convinced. I'll use my power.
Level up. And you should have 4 levels at this point. 3 go into Vitality, we get that up to 40. And then back to Motivity to get that up to 9. And you'll see that this Motivity increase from 8 to 9 is a sizable improvement. Head over to Antonia for a cutscene, which we're going to skip. Well, I'm going to skip for video brevity.
I'm curious what your young eyes
Time decision, of course. Of course. The Ergo is whispering. Right, that's the ground floor all covered. So we're now going to head up. We're going to gather fruit.
Stalker.
I'm going to get 2 more friendship. So that's back to 12 in the pocket. And then I'll get another recovery wish stone, aiming to get that to 3 and 6, and then I'll probably start on advanced wish stones, just to give myself some options. Speaking of, I can take that off, put the sawtooths back on. Into the chair. Hit him with the chair. Activate. Increase staggerable window 2. We're going for attack type, enhanced stagger attack from behind. There it is. As we do tend to fight things from the back. And then item type, we're going to increase throwing object possession limit 2. There it is, increase throwing object possession limit 2. And that completes staggerable window 2. As you saw how huge our already increases to the stagger window are when it came to the fight with Romeo just there. Switch the Legion back to the puppet string. Actually, something I missed on that boss. I didn't change the liner back to slash. Could have reduced the damage even more. That was my bad. Oh, I need to go to Pulcinella.
Buongiorno. The house. I am at the house.
Request appraisal. Smiling bow. Bunny mark. Gives a crescent moonstone. Now we can go. Warp to the Opera House stage. And at this point, strike is on. That's the one we want for now. But yeah, should have swapped that to slash for the fight.
I'm glad.
Blah 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 blah. Yes, you're a terrible father. Let's go. Grab the ergo chunk after dispatching the first two. Remember, always doggos first and always rope at a doggo. All hits harder when you understand what's going on behind it. And that, yeah, our best friend Romeo just died for the second time.
What's going on? All these puppets look utterly down, depressed even. And that seems weird. That's weird, right?
Grab the ergo chunk. Up we go. Make sure to grab purification ampule, always useful.
With their king dead, they seem lost. Again, maybe they're warning him? Whatever's happening, it's like they can't tell their elbow joints from their tail sockets.
As you see, just taking advantage of their stunned state so that I can get plenty of backstabs. Backstabs don't cost any durability either. So we don't have to recover durability in between fights. Grab the resplendent ergo chunk. That's a nice big ol' ergo right there. I didn't need to come up here. Right, use grindstone for the strong elite. Okay. Fable to get the stagger, and then that's all you need to do. So yeah, grindstone for that one. Still going to take out these puppets. Same as last time, work the outer left wall first. Puppet, 2 doggos, grab the ergo and saw blade, puppet, and then 2 maids in the middle. Backstab first, and then the old rope and bot for the second. And we can open the door. And we're back at the arcade. Remember that there's 2 ambushes, so there's 3 carcasses in total. Carcassai. Once you've done the 3, come in here and remember there's a hugger, so get ready to rope. Yeah. And that way you can grab this dim chunk. That's another 1,000 ergo in the pocket. And then Stargazer. And at the Stargazer we're going to level up. We're going to get another level into Motivity to get it up to 10. Right, left path, put on the grindstone, you might as well. big ambush. This is why we have the grindstone. And there we go. So yeah, just let the blocking do the work to get the stagger meter up. And then once you've got the stagger, it's all over from there. Grab the key, and then rest back at the stargazer. Get that grindstone use back. Two shop ambushes at this section before you reach the spewer. Ow. I swear they're getting later and later. And remember, this one also drops down. And now we can enter the Lorenzini arcade. Remember, walk forward and stop as soon as the car starts to climb. You don't want to pass that opening as there is a hugger there. So bring the car to you, dispatch, and then you can walk forward, rope the hugger. Equip thermite. 2 thermite on the sniper. Sawtooth for the finish. Am I going to... Yeah, we're just going to skip that bit. Equipment. Quickly swap to the Black Cat's amulet. And from here, you can see just before that, this dip here, from here, roll to the wall. That's going to get you this dim ergo. And then swap back to the nameless ones. I'm going to put on fire break. No, we're going to use perfection grindstone. Now I'm going to use the fire abrasive. And the fire damage just does so much extra. There you go. Oh, you good? How are we doing just out of interest? So that's not too bad, we're getting somewhere. As you can see, the difference between the original and the plus are pretty substantial. But what we have on is still the best, so we're going to keep that. Onward we go. Up the steps. Don't need to grab that. Pop the spewer. Onward. Grab the iron protection because it's right there. And for the bigger ones. Same strategy as before, hit and run tactics. Oh. There we go. Yoink. Seriously? How can you miss something that big? Cashablong! Oh no. He Cashablong better than I did. Complete misses. Well done. Oh. Right. There's the Cashablong. Should have just used enhanced ropes from the get-go. Much easier hit and run. So remember that there's 2 Karkai plus the one that we dropped, so 3 in total. And this one explodes. Right, with them all defeated, I'm still going to come in here and grab the article about the scandal behind the Vanini incident. Open the door, and we're going to get our next golden record here. So grab the key off the fountain. And from this merchant, we are going to get 3 cheap thermite and our next record. So 9,000 for the gold shadow flower record. That is record 13 of 16 from the main game, needing all the main game records for a trophy and all the DLC for a separate trophy. Open the shortcut door. And now we can carry on. We can now open this gate. We don't need to do any of the gas area. So it's just this sniper. Easily dispatched. Remember, there's an ambush from the left. Shortcut. We're going to dispatch these 2 carcasses at the top of the shortcut. And then we're going to rest at the Stargazer. We're going to level up. Now, you may need to spend some of your lesser ergo items here, depending when we were at Marlem and we bought a bunch of consumables. So depending on where you're at, you may need to spend some of your lesser ergo, not a problem, do that. However, the aim is you're going to level up capacity to 42. So capacity plus 1 to 42. And then we're going to go back, down, go down the left shortcut. Last shortcut, not left. That makes more sense. Take out these two. Back down we go. Free backstab. And then I like to do a nice quick rope to stop her in her advances. Inside, unnecessary article. This is an upgrade material. And I'm going to grab the Leblawais, but that's after the Jester. So similar to before, we're going to try and use the carcasses to make the Jester a much easier fight. Put on your grindstone. Don't know why the carcasses haven't got out yet. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Oi, you're supposed to be fighting the Jester. There we go. Finish the Jester after the carcasses have helped reduce its health. Grab the resplendent chunk. Grab the crank. And grab La Blawais. I don't think I'm actually going to use it, but it's right there. Remember that there's 3 carcasses here. So take out the first 2 and then you can walk forward. Oh, I did not know you were coming. Right, a new thing here. So we can still bop this, but this chest is for the recharged amulet +1. Huge! So even better life regen effect. So we're immediately going to replace our recharge with the recharge +1. Lovely. Continue up.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Grab the chunk.
Calling any and all stargazers in the vicinity.
Open the doors.
Respond. Over.
Talk to Vanini at the Stargazer. We're also going to get another level into our motivity here.
Can you hear us?
Motivity to 11. And now back through the doors. Down the long corridor to get to the exit gate. The Grand Exhibition.
The Grand Exhibition theme was automatic puppets and City of the Future. The plan was to showcase and demonstrate the most advanced technology in Krot. But you know the rest.
Crossover.
Can't hold an exhibition in a city that's fallen
Lord
into
Saber.
utter chaos. And now the whole city is an exhibition of a knife.
All we're doing is defeating them before we then rope a dog. Onward and upwards for another saber. Again, wanting to defeat before bringing the dog into the equation. So, Sawtooth from downtown, and that way it can come to us. And now we can move onward. And rope a dog. Right, we're going to go straight up the steps. We're going to ignore the police electric puppet thing. And straight to the tram. In, drop the ladder. Fire up the stargazer. I'm gonna pop some pulse cells to fill up my FABLE meter before I have a rest. There we go. Nameless ones triggered once during that. So there you go, I got 12 instead of 11. Open the doors. Dispatch Saber. That's why we like to rope dogs. Dispatch Doggo. Blah 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 blah. Back inside, left. Around the back, grab the vivid chunk. We're going to use FABLE attack for the patrol robo. Firstly, luring it away, and then okay. Wow. I mean, that would have obviously been a lot better had I had, you know, hit it. So yeah, if you know you don't suck like I do, then that's even easier because I missed both of the first FABLE attacks. Dispatch, come around here, grab the half moonstone. Onward for the last one. Upward. Whoop. Carried away. Throwing cells. 2 throwing cells for each bomber. From downtown. There we go. Going to use some FABLE catalysts. Oh, didn't realise that got the stagger. That's a shame. boy. There we go. Just waiting for those openings and then take advantage of the Fable. Grab the Ergo, take out this butterfly. That's a nice technique crank, although I don't think we're using cranks anymore. No, I'm just going to use the grindstone. Not guaranteed to get to the safety of the door. Right. Still one of the harder enemies in this game, in my opinion. Oh, I didn't have any Legion. Swing and a miss. There we go. Dispatch, not for the strength amulet, but for the chest, which gives us a quartz. And we are going to rest not only for the grindstone and the pulse cells, but also we need to refresh our throwing cells. At the Stargazer level up, you may need to spend 1 or 2 vivid chunks. Now I've got enough, so I'm just going to spend the 1, just so that I'm not too far behind on the spending. But yeah, if you need to spend a couple of vivid chunks, then do so. Oh no, that's why we're getting 2 levels. So yes, spend another vivid chunk. There you go. I just paid more attention to my notes. So 2 vivid chunk, and there we are. We're now going 2 more levels into motivity to get that up to 13. Back out. Onward we go. Up the ladder. Up the ladder. Here, boy. Enhanced rope. Equip. Throwing cells. And saw blades. And actually no, cluster grenades. Actually, instead of shot put on pipe. So 3 pipe and a saw blade for the first bomber. This one over here. Junk. 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 And just in case you put that, then rush the second bomber. Drop down, talk to Belle so that she doesn't die.
Monsters doing? I can't. Please, it'll be easier to.
So, 6 throwing cells and sawtooth blade and blades for Captain Annoying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one of these, and a second, and there we go. Now, take off pulse cells and swap back to sawtooths. And you're going to keep going until you can lock on to this bomber here. And then 1, 2, 3, 1. And that should do it. Lovely. Love when a plan comes together. And now we can rush this bomber over here. Beautiful. Right path down the ladder. Drop the shortcut just to be safe. Shouldn't need it. Come on. Grab the acid abrasive. Onwards. That's an article, so we don't need that. As you come down, we're going to try and lure the 2 sabers. I'm actually going to use a FABLE catalyst as well, as we're going to use FABLE on that patrol rover. Might be able to get a cheeky enhanced rope, but no. There we are. Grab the Vivid Ergo, and we can just ignore that section over there. So we do have a phone, and we are going to answer it for the humanity points. So reminder, the answer is egg. So timed answer, egg. Gives you a hint for the Resident Evil style statue puzzle. Reminder, there is a sniper over here. Nice quick and easy rope and bop. Rotate the statue, might as well grab the key. We haven't even used the last key, I don't think. But we're only going to do Trinity doors when they give us a quartz. We're going to use rope to make quick work of snipers. If they do attack, remember that they do 3 lots of 3. Grab the pipe. Back inside. I can't remember what this item is. Crescent Moonstone, that's why. Onward. We don't need the Legion plug from up there. And feel free, use your grindstone for the Boxer Elite. The only thing you need to be cautious of is when he does the grab. That one. Uh-oh. Oh really? I normally don't miss that one. Oh well. We can even put on a second grindstone. There we go. Gets us a Legion caliber. Up, head to the right. Grab the sturdy craft supply. Make sure you drop the ladder. That's very important. We definitely want to drop this. And then we can pocket watch out of here. Most recent, as we're just going to warp to the opera stage and we're going to open the Trinity door, as that gives us a quartz. Also gives us radiation converter +1, but we're more concerned about the quartz. So, warp. Estella Opera House stage. 6-4. Head back. Doopy doopy doop doop. Down. Grab the saw blade and open the door. So we have quartz and a radiation converter +1. And now we're going to warp to the hotel. So at this point I'm going to start spending useless boss ergos. So Talk Sphere.
Back. It's meant for you.
Carlo.
You're
And there we are, we're back in
changing.
black.
If you, I'll use my power to.
Right, head over to Polendina and we're going to add shop goods.
No matter what, sir, welcome. This, I shall...
Top up your sortives back up to maximum of 31.
No matter what, serving her, welcome.
So for me that's 14. Oh, it's 32 now, so there you go. And purchase the quartz. Recharge Fable. Come on, there we go. Upwards. fruit. There we go. I'm not going to spend these. I'm going to try and keep in the habit of keeping the 3 mandatory, well, not mandatory, the 3 gold coins that we can use to skip fights. I'm going to keep those. Head over to the chair, ignore douche. And this time we're doing we're looking for add Fable slots 2. There it is. It should be a triple. Is it survival or ability? I think it's ability is the... I'm looking for enhance attribute resistance 2. Unless it's an item. No, it's survival. Enhance attribute resistance 2. Then on attack, we're doing enhance ambush stagger attack 1. Enhance ambush stagger attack 1. And then on ability, increase weapon durability recovery speed 3. Weapon durability recovery speed 3. Lastly, we're going to spend 2 boss ergos. So you're going to spend Parade Leader. That's 5,000, and you're going to use the Broken Hero for another 5,000.
I'll use my power.
Add Sophia, level up. Add ergo, we're going to spend 2 Vivid Chunk and 1 Radiant Chunk. And then what we're doing, we're aiming to get to the next level, so there we go. I'm just going to spend my lowest denominator so that we get up to 2 levels, both to go to Motivity to get Motivity to 15. With that done, we're going to walk back to the Grand Exhibition Gallery. And that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, we're going to fight Champion Victor again, and then proceed on from there. So not too much further before we get to the DLC now, unless you've already skipped ahead and you've gone straight to the DLC part of the guide, which is more than fine. But if you're listening to this, then you obviously haven't done that. So thank you so much for watching, for following along. Please drop me a like on the video if you've got this far. It's only fair. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe as well. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you all so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, bye for now.